1 2 1 2 3. Mic check. Mic check. Here we go. Mic check.
Yeah, mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Reno 1868 and Colorado Springs tonight from downtown Reno. After a few weeks out on the road, the Reno 1868 Football Club makes their return to Northern Nevada, and tonight, following 2 losses away from home, a chance for their first 3-point result as they get set to face the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. It's United Soccer League action, Reno and Colorado Springs, right now on My 21 TV. Live from the biggest little city in downtown Reno, Nevada, welcome inside Greater Nevada Field. Alongside Casey Tate, I'm Alex Margulies. Casey, the Switchbacks, they're coming in after a win over Real Salt Lake, the Monarchs, that is, and the team's most dangerous threat in the midfield, it has been Masta Kesher.
Yeah, he's a very good player for them, and he just hit a ball like you wouldn't believe. So look for him to take some strikes from far out. Very dangerous, good on the ball, but he can hit a ball, man. So you got to always be aware of his shot.
21-year-old from Montreal, Canada, 2 goals this season, and will be certainly a threat for Reno tonight. On the other side, for 1868, Matt LaGrassa returns to his starting spot in the midfield, and he has been one of the most versatile players on the field this season.
Yeah, he's played outside back, in the midfield. He can play all over the place. And the number one thing is he's got the heart. He's going to go up and down. He's a box-to-box guy, going to work hard throughout the whole game. You can count on him for 90 minutes plus. I mean, he's a great player for us. Colorado
Springs coming in with a record of 2-2-1 as we take a look at their starting 11. Mentioned Masta Kasher there, the striker. Aaron King, also a very capable man up front, 32-year-old from Denver. Their back 4, they are missing one of their starters, Pascal Ibusi. Sean McFarland getting his first start of the season. And for Reno 1868, take a look at their starting lineup. Dane Kelly back up top along with Mac Pridham. The middle 4, Chris Weehan getting his second start at home this year. Antoine Hopino, the only player that has started all 5 games for 1868. Matt Bersano, the 24-year-old from Tempe, Arizona, is back in goal. We'll take a break and come back here tonight from downtown Reno. We'll take a look at this action at Reno 1868 and Colorado Springs when we return to My 21 TV. How do you want to communicate this with me? You gonna tap me on the shoulder or? Okay. Why don't you do this? Why don't you, like, I don't know, circle what you want or something, or put like a number maybe sequentially. So like, we'll start with 1, and then you can put 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, welcome back inside Greater Nevada Field as we get set for some action between the 1868 Football Club and the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Let's take a look at our 2 head coaches for the contest here this evening as we look at the coin toss, which took place here just moments ago here tonight. For Reno 1868, they'll be taking on this Colorado Springs team. They're in 5th place right now in the Western Conference, led by head coach Steve Trittschuh, the only head coach in Switchbacks history. He's been here since the inaugural 2015 season. He's led the club to a top 3 finish in the last 2 years, and a guy that has a lot of experience in the game. A defensive-minded coach. He was a defender himself, played in the World Cup with the United States back in 1990, also in the 1988 Seoul Olympics. Very, very defensive-minded team in Colorado Springs. Only 6 goals conceded this season. There's Reno 1868 head coach Ian Russell. Russell, a 2-time MLS Cup champion with the San Jose Earthquakes. Played in college at Washington. He's also been an assistant coach in San Jose and at the helm here in Reno in the team's inaugural season. Got a nice crowd on hand here tonight under a cool evening with some windy conditions. There's a look at our officials for tonight. Reno 1868 in blue jerseys, and on the other side of the field in white will be the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. And it's really interesting, Casey Tate, Colorado Springs, one of only 8 teams in the United Soccer League that's not affiliated with the Major League Soccer team. They're an independent club, and as a result, you see some differences between them and a team like Reno 1868.
Absolutely. They have a bunch of, older players, veterans, used to the league, got a lot of experience. When you look at like 1868 and some of the affiliate clubs, they got to develop players. There's a little different, vibe to what they're trying to do, as well as winning. But I think they're going for it. They'll get the most experienced squad in Colorado, and they're going to go after it. And you definitely can see that in your lineup today.
Mac Pridham on the ball to get things started for Reno 1868. Gets it back to Junior Burgos, looking for Dane Kelly up front. A little bit too much, and we'll go to the Switchbacks keeper, Moise Puate. 21-year-old from Cameroon, making his second consecutive start. Last week got the win in the match against the Real Salt Lake Monarchs. Conceded only 1 goal in that 2-1 victory. Couple differences in the lineup for Reno here tonight. No Jackson Ewell. He is back up with the San Jose Quakes. A couple injuries as well in the back 4.
Yeah, a couple road games. They brought Jackson up for the road trip. Is big time for him.
Kit Colby giving chase on the sideline. The kick sends that one out of bounds. Colby, a Quakes player that's being loaned here in Reno. New Zealand native that recently played for his national team, the All Whites. A couple New Zealanders on the pitch here tonight. One guy as well from Colorado Springs. Jordan Morrell sends it down the field looking for Mac Pridham. A little bit too much for them. Once again to Poiti.
Yeah, early on they're looking to drive some balls into the forward's feet there. Dane almost got on the end of that first one, and Mac there as well.
Poiti happy to take his time as he sends a big left-handed or left-footed bang down to the middle of the field.
King's going to be a target all day up top. He's sitting in the middle and he posts up and tries to win those balls off the long clearances there.
Burgos sends it back to Morrell. Taken away at midfield by the Switchbacks. Jordan Burns sending it in, looking for Shane Malcolm. And stolen away by Chris Weehan. Talking to Ian Russell earlier this week, he said despite the fact that his defense has been shredded these last couple games, they gave up 4 goals in a loss last time out to San Antonio, 5 goals to Salt Lake, but he does feel like his defense is playing better despite the results maybe not being there.
It's been a very compact defense. They've been doing a good job of kind of tightening things up on the defensive end. Just some giveaways costing them here and there, or an individual mistake on a couple. And it's been cleaned up. It's definitely getting better, and I know that sounds crazy, but it actually has been. And hopefully tonight they can keep it to a shutout or something here.
Expecting this to be a defensive game overall. Colorado Springs, again, they're very defensive-minded, and Ian said, especially being on the road, he expects them to sit back in a shell and really make it difficult on 1868.
Yeah, they definitely will sit in. They're patient. They're confident in their defensive shape. They'll sit there and relax. They'll let you have the ball a little bit. They're going to leave the one guy high. King will stay up there, and so the backs versus Reno State should have time on the ball.
Good ball movement there. Hoppino trying to get it into Pridham, but stolen away. Up to Shane Malcolm, a 20-year-old from Jamaica. Thomas Janjigian, Pleasanton, California native, set to throw it in as we're about 4 minutes underway here tonight in the biggest little city. Working in the middle there, the captain, Ronnie Argueta for Colorado Springs. A good job by Reno to take it back away. Here's Morrell. Matt LaGrassa will send it back to Bersano. Over to Jimmy Ockford. Good to see him back on the pitch. He suffered an injury at the end of the last home game against Vancouver. Did miss the match against Salt Lake, but did bounce back and play against San Antonio.
Yeah, he's recovering. Looks back to almost full health. He's doing a good job, getting back on the pitch. It's always nice to have him back.
Dane Kelly getting his body in front of that one to steal it away. Here's Hoppino getting it in for Pridham. Pridham with a chance here. And stolen away. Couldn't quite get that shot off as it was poked away by Josh Phillips.
Yeah, maybe just a little quicker release there. Got caught up a little bit under his feet. It's a good win by Dane Kelly, though, to start it off.
Janjigian again on the far side. Throw in. We'll get it in to Pridham. Colorado Springs looking to send it the other way. Suggs to Kasher, back to Suggs. And kicked away by Jimmy Ockford. Josh Suggs coming from the backfield, trying to center it in to Aaron King, and a good job by Ockford to get his right foot in there to send that one out of bounds. And we've got our first corner kick of the night.
Yeah, Suggs and Bird will get down the flanks. They definitely, they'll throw their outside backs into attack. A lot of overlapping play.
Headed away this time by Kip Colby, and we'll go right back to it. Luke Vercoloni, oldest player on this Colorado Springs roster, 35 years old. Pembroke, Massachusetts native. He's been playing in the USL for over 10 years. Second attempt, also headed away, this time by Janjigian. Hoppino able to race down and get it. Keeps the possession. Bad pass there, looking for Junior Burgos. Here's Argueta. Back to Vercoloni. Kasher sends it wide. Right-handed strike into the box, and Bersano. Oh, that was a lucky one for Reno. Vercoloni had a chance to finish with a wide-open net. Not much Bersano could do as we take another look at that one. That was a close call for Reno.
Yeah, you like to see, there's a free man in the box. That's never good. Again, got to start to cut off some of the switches of the play. It's too easy for Colorado to go from one side to the other.
Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com.
Yeah, that was a good chance right there for Colorado.
Mac Pridham getting tangled up on the ball. They're going to say Reno's going to keep possession. Greater Nevada Credit Union is the official sponsor of Greater Nevada Field, this beautiful venue for United Soccer League action, also the home of the Reno Aces, the AAA baseball affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Ground crew does a fantastic job, led by Rich Hill, to convert this back and forth. Here's a chance for Dane Kelly, and the right-handed strike will go wide. And he is extremely frustrated, got himself squared up against Moise Poiti, and just could not connect it clean.
a tough angle. Dane hit it pretty hard. I mean, obviously you'd want to take that back and try to get something at least on frame. But again, running through, tough angle on the shot. I know he knows he's got to do a little bit better with that, obviously by his frustration there.
Poitiers, who played for his home country's national team in Cameroon. Last year they won the Africa Cup of Nations. A lot of Cameroon players on this Colorado Springs roster.
That's a big deal. That's a fight. Win the African Cup of Nations, always a tough tournament.
Chris Wehan on the ball will send it backwards for Morrell. Jordan Burt getting set for the throw-in. He's played all but 12 minutes this year. This back four for Colorado Springs has seen a ton of action. If you had Pascal Ibusi, who's out this week because of yellow cards, if he had started, all four of their defensive backs would have played every single game this year. And the other three besides Burt have played all 450 minutes. So really a lot of continuity on this entire Colorado Springs team, but especially in their back four.
It's what you like to have. You want to have the continuity in your back four. You're comfortable, used to each other's tendencies, and I think they've got that. Obviously tonight a little bit of a change, but it's a good back four. They're used to each other and they're playing well. Quite different than Reno 1868's back four.
Set piece from Eddie Prue is deflected away back to midfield. Able to get it to Shane Malcolm. Malcolm centers. Ockford can't clear it. Kasher's got a chance. Centers it back, and not a good attempt there. Hoppino trying to race after it. Hoppino with a good win there. Sends it up for Pridham. Can't keep the possession for Reno. Goes right back to Colorado Springs, and here they come again. Morrell able to get it out to midfield. Kelly keeps it alive. LaGrassa has it stolen away by Argueta, and a whistle blown near midfield. As we pass the first 10 minutes here tonight in downtown Reno. Casey, your initial thoughts here on how the pace of this game is being set?
It's going good so far. I mean, pretty quick pace back and forth. It's kind of what we said. You know, Colorado's going to let us Reno have the ball here on this half of the field and look to put more pressure as they break through. A couple good chances for both teams so far.
Dane Kelly on the ball, looking for Pridham. With his back to the goal, spins around, left-handed kick, no. Here's Chris Wehan. Sends it back out for Junior Burgos. Right-footed strike and saved by Moise Poitiers.
That's better from 1868. You like to have that. Anytime you get Burgos on top of the box with the ball at his feet, able to get one off, that's what you want.
Burgos had an assist in the last home match here at Greater Nevada Fields, as 1868 got an early goal from Brenton Griffiths, a header off of a corner kick from Junior Burgos. He's a capable scorer, though. Playing for his national team, El Salvador, he actually scored recently in international play in a win over Honduras.
He definitely can strike a ball. He can knuckle it. He can spin it. He's got all the different looks, all the different services and finishes.
Fans, make sure you tune into the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC channel 85 on Mondays at 9 o'clock Eastern for the latest news and information from around the league. And don't forget, Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check uslsoccer.com for dates and times. Junior Burgos, right-footed strike, sends it down for Pridham. Working against Sion McFarland. He is that lone player in the Colorado Springs backfield that has not started this season. 23-year-old from Kingston, Jamaica. First season in the United Soccer League.
Yeah, I think someone you have to go after, attack, see what he's got in there. I mean, what's he got in the tank? It's a good person to test out, especially early on.
Hey, you'd think Reno would try to attack that early on in this contest. Kip Colby had some pressure on him, so he'll send that one out of bounds. Jimmy Ockford steps up, sends it to midfield for Pridham. Now Chris Weehan. Burgos. Nice little touch there, trying to send it up for Mac Britton, but just a little bit too strong. Here's Kasher, who we talked about in the pregame. 2 goals this season. Over to Jordan Burt. Wide for Shane Malcolm. Malcolm working against Janjigian, gets through. Weehan trying to get it away. He's tripped up. They'll let play continue as it's booted downfield by Janjigian, looking for Kelly. McFarland couldn't quite clear it away. Now Junior Burgos.
It's a great ball and touch right there. Good switch.
Across the field for Kip Colby. Matt LaGrassa looking to get back to Junior Burgos. Janjigian. Janjigian, and stolen away by Colorado Springs.
It's a good chance. Almost got on the end of that. There's a good counter.
Quick counter
here.
the other way. Aaron King in the box. King slows it down, gives it back to Kasher. Tightly guarded by Colby, and some help now from Hoppino as Kasher comes up and he tackles him to the ground, and that will draw a whistle.
That is great defensive work there. The boys got back. Kip got there. Hop doubled down on him so he can't get his shot off. Again, like we talked about, he's got a great shot, so you want to make sure you don't give him that opportunity.
First a job by Ockford to get his body in front of him. Then Colby got there. And then finally Hoppino able to clear it away.
It's good team defending. Yep, absolutely. Got to defend as a unit.
This Colorado Springs team also not afraid to be physical. 12 yellow cards on the season. That's the most in the United Soccer League. And again, they're missing one of their best defensive players in Pascal Ibusi, who is missing this game because of 3 yellow cards.
I think you follow their head coach, man. I think he's a good defensive guy, and there's nothing wrong with getting some yellows and playing physical, playing tough, playing on the edge. I think that's good. It's what you want from your team.
Burt able to keep possession, sends it wide. Back to Shane Malcolm. McFarland will give it all the way back to the keeper, Huati. Here's Josh Suggs. Back to Sion McFarland. Trying to feed Aaron King, but taken away by 1868. Burgos, nice timing there, gets it to Kip Colby. Some numbers for Reno. Colby centers it. Right-handed strike and saved by Puati. Oh, what a save on the right-footed strike from Antoine Hoppino.
Yeah, Hoppino just got to put that in a corner. It's a great play there. Good overlap by Kip Colby. Great look. Try to put that in a corner. That's a big target in the goal there. You don't want to put anything right at him.
Just great ball movement there by Reno. First the pass down to Colby, and a great centering there by Kip Colby, knowing Reno had numbers there. It was 4-on-4. They knew they could have a chance if they got it in the box, and that's really an encouraging thing, I think, for this Reno team to get an opportunity like that this early in the match. Here's Burgos with the center. Able to come back and get it himself. Burgos into the box, and too strong. LaGrassa trying to get his head in there.
Yeah, it's a few good chances right there. Exactly what you said. Getting in the attack, getting numbers forward. That's what Ian Russell's looking for. Another good attack. Just got to get into something. Still looked good. It's been a compact defense. They're doing better. Besides that first chance, it's been better. Hopefully just continue to work that. And Colorado's looking to throw those outside backs just like we talked about in the beginning. They'll get forward, so you're going to have to deal with it throughout the whole 90 minutes. There's Burt right on cue. Burt on the ball again. They pushed a couple high. Now you can see there's 3 along the back line of the Reno 1868. They've pushed 2. There's a foul there. But, yeah, they're trying to push maybe that attacking mid, get them up high on the line, almost like a 2-front 2 forwards up on the center backs for Reno 1868. They'll do that throughout the game. Then they'll drop back in, kind of morph into different shapes.
What advantage does that give Reno? Why are they trying to do that?
If you go 2v2 in the center backs, there's no room for error because they're man on man. And then they can also get close together to combine up there, post up just like this. He's holding the ball up. They're looking to play off of him.
Cashier looking to center it in for King, but a good job. Bersano races in, leaps up, and grabs it away for safety.
That's a perfect example there. The two posted up, they lay one in, he lays it off, and now they're able to get a shot off or a cross.
Bersano signed by the Quakes in March of this year. Last year making some appearances in the USL with the Seattle Sounders too. Dane Kelly trying to get to it. Poiti will come up and take it away first. Greater Nevada Credit Union is the official sponsor of Greater Nevada Fields.
Going to see it. Poiti's pretty aggressive. He's coming off his line, even on the set pieces, all that kind of stuff. He'll be off his line for sure.
Bersano steps up, sends it back to Poiti, the other side. 4 saves in his last match against Salt Lake, and 1 big save early in this one on a strike from Antoine Hoppeneau. Here's Jimmy Ockford.
You can see a lot of stuff's coming from Poiti. He's going to drive it up long. They're pushing 4 players up onto the 4 backs of Reno 1868, so they got 4 on 4, and they're trying to drive balls in and see what can happen. It's very dangerous, and his service has been pretty good so far.
Bercoloni trying to spring in Aaron King, but the flag comes up.
That's exactly what we're talking about. King and Bercoloni combining together, trying to work off of each other. Probably a smart foul there because I think it looked like he was in there. King was in.
A lot of experience between those two. Bercoloni, 35 years old. King, 32. That's a lot of soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. A lot of game between those two guys.
It's a lot of experience. I mean, that's craftiness between each other, knowing each other and kind of feeling that out. I think they definitely, it's a difference. I mean, young guys still learning the league versus a couple of veterans. It's a dangerous opportunity here. It's like a left-footed in-swinger. Ball's going to be swinging towards the keeper. All you got to do is get a little piece of that, and that's going to flick in.
It's like Jordan Burt, or Josh Suggs, rather, is going to take this one. Suggs able to get it in there, tangled up Morrell, and one of the players from Colorado Springs, and Jordan Morrell is slow to get up, grabbing his left side. Take another look here. Well, you can see there, just the shove right to the turf, and then he steps on him. Josh Phillips shoving Morrell and then coming in. He got a good part of his cleats on him.
Yeah, that's definitely hurts. In those cleats, you don't know what they're wearing, but the studs are pretty long cleats. If they got some studs on, that's going to leave marks for sure.
Let me ask you, in that kind of situation, with an attacker coming in and shoving a defender like that, legal, perfectly legal?
I mean, it's all on the referee's discretion. I think it's like a wrestling match in there on set pieces. What the ref determines as a foul, most times they don't call anything, so you're able to grapple in there. It's like WWE or whatever.
Is that one area of the field where referees are going to give a little bit more leeway to be physical?
I believe so. I think most guys are going to let you kind of go in because if you call a penalty, if it's a penalty kick or something like that, it's very tough. I mean, you'll see it time for time, guys will call it, and I know they've been trying to clean that up in the game. But it definitely is an opportunity. They let him grab and tug a little bit. But yeah, that's a tough one right there. It didn't look like incidental, but he ends up cleating him in the ribs. Definitely looked like a foul prior to getting stepped on.
Jordan Morrell heading towards the Reno 1868 bench.
It's like they dropped Weehan back in the left back kind of position until they get Morrell back on. A little strong there on the kick by Bersano, but the wind's blowing a little bit that way.
Cashier with it wide. Ricochets off of Kip Colvey. Josh Suggs to throw in. Gets it into the box, poked away by Jimmy Ockford. McFarland to the top for Burt. Looking for Shane Malcolm again. Morrell hanging in there, gets it out to Janjigian. Now Hopino, or Pridham rather. Junior Burgos. Out to Chris Wehan. Now Mac Pridham trying to race that one down, and a little bit too far as Josh Phillips will escort that one out of bounds.
It's better, though. There's some runs in behind the back line from Reno 1868, which is what you like to see. I think they haven't been penetrating enough in this game so far. They've been trying to get behind the backs. Balls are getting played in. It's much better.
A little more than halfway through this first half, and we have no score between Reno and Colorado Springs. Soccer fans, Nike, an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. King has it stolen away by Hopino. Junior Burgos. Here's Kelly. Centers it for Wehan. And can't quite get to it as Poiti races that one down. But another positive chance there on the offensive end by Reno.
They're doing good. They're getting down under the forward's feet. They're making movement off, and the numbers forward is definitely looking better tonight. They're getting plenty of numbers forward. Now just got to get on the end of something.
Well, you can see where Dane Kelly can really create some chances down there.
Yeah, he's good at holding the ball up. Good movement. He can score. Hopefully he can get some shots off. He's obviously the #1 goal scorer in USL history. So
had 2 goals on that road trip for Reno, and now 50 in his USL career. Burgos getting tied up with Argueta. The left play continue as Kasher grabs it. Now Suggs sending it backwards for Phillips. McFarland. Over to Burt. Bercoloni looking to spring Malcolm. Janjigian there. Burt gets it up to King. Back outside for Bercoloni. Phillips, the right foot. Into the box. Malcolm.
Oh.
Too wide.
Yeah, it's definitely still a good movement. I mean, they're getting numbers in the box. That's what they're looking for. Get the outside back forward, cause some problems, overload on the wide, get some service in, and King's going to be running in the box. You have some dangerous runners there. Almost a diving header, though. You always like to see that stuff. Selling out. Selling out, trying to get
It's always
the
a
goal.
little scary, isn't it?
For sure.
Matt Bersano. Jimmy Ockford back to Kip Colby. There in the yellow cleats. To Junior Burgos, able to work away from Argueta momentarily, but now Argueta has it. Now Bercoloni up to Kasher. Reno backpedaling. Matt LaGrasse able to get up and get it out of harm's way. Colby back to LaGrasse. Hopino. Trying to find Chris Wehan and a whistle blown.
You can see at times Reno's just giving the ball away. Sometimes in that, in his midfield there, and then the defensive third, they got to just spin out, keep the ball there. There's no reason to force anything. Colorado does a good job of getting numbers on the strong side where the ball is. We just got to be patient, swing it out of there. But Colorado's doing a great job of that. And he's got to make King run a little bit. He's basically solo up top. The 4 defenders can make him run around a little bit. That'll wear him down as well.
Little time here as Antoine Hopino has some choice words with Aaron King. Maybe some friendly banter, maybe not.
Look like he's giving him a hard time, but yeah, definitely his shoelaces, trying to tie his shoes up there.
Hopino, 23-year-old from Paris, France. Ian Russell describes as a real scrappy player, one of those guys that can really be a thorn in your side at times.
He definitely is going to work his tail off. He's been more creative on the ball. Definitely good stuff in the final third lately in the games. He's been dangerous. Offsides there.
Fans, make sure to tune in to the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC, Channel 85 on Mondays at 9 Eastern for the latest news and information from around the league. And don't forget, Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check uslsoccer.com for those dates and times. Throw-in coming from Josh Suggs, 21-year-old from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Gets it into the box. Morel trying to defend here. There's some trouble. Oh, and it could not be connected. Boy, that was a really, really good chance for Colorado Springs, and they're going to be kicking themselves. They didn't get a shot off there. Let's take another look.
Yeah, it's Bird almost getting on the end of that thing. Both outside backs all the way into the 18 box. I mean, not many teams are that risky.
And all alone with just them and Matt Bersano.
Yeah,
Colorado Springs once again get into the box, and still alive, Kasher. Some hard-charging play there. No whistle blown at first, and now a whistle is blown, and who's it going to be on? You could tell Reno was a little bit cringing there when it was in the box, thinking maybe they had committed a penalty, and then a penalty, it looks like, outside of the box, as Junior Burgos is down on his knees.
It looked like a full swing in there. We cleared it, and then they took a swing. Be interesting to see if we get a replay on that, but that didn't look good for Junior Burgos. We'll see what he's definitely took a cleat or something to the shin. But again, dangerous. The services are dangerous.
It looks like Burgos and Eddie Prue getting tied up there just outside the box. Here's another angle. And it didn't like Prue did much of anything. It looked like Burgos and him just happened to collide. And doesn't appear to be much of a penalty.
Looks like it may have been a little dead leg or maybe caught a little cleat down the leg. Always sting. It's a tough one. There's a couple of different, guys banging around in there.
Still some dangerous contact in the box, and you could see Reno kind of tensing up a little bit, hoping a whistle wouldn't get blown after some contact in the air.
Again, you never know, so they're always trying to, hey, I didn't do anything, you did or didn't.
It wasn't me, I promise.
Never is.
31 minutes gone here in the first half, and we are still scoreless in downtown Reno. Masta Kasher chasing that one down in front of Jimmy Ockford. Actually, that was Vercoloni. Vercoloni gets it into King. Back to Vercoloni. Sends it back for Suggs. He'll cross the field. Junior Burgos will step up and clear it away. Pridham out to Hopino. Waiting for Kip Colby. Tries to get it to Colby, but not quite on timing. It'll roll out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a little obvious. He's looking at him the whole way, waiting for him to get there. It's almost got to feint that, fake out wide, cut it in, and make something happen. Everybody sees what he's going to do. But again, that's a great clearance by Burgos right to Mac Pridham's feet, and they play out. That's good stuff. You can see how this game's going to play out. Colorado's going to get numbers forward. They're going to try to overlap, get the backs in the attack, create some crosses, try to get on the end of something.
Wanty with the kick. Pridham trying to spring Dane Kelly back the other way for Colorado Springs. Eddie Prue looking for King. Jordan Morel will tap it out of bounds.
It's been nice to have Morel back there. Morel's a talker. He's always talking, organizing. He's great in the back. Just one of those guys you can count on. He's going to give everything he has in every game.
First time all season that Reno has had the same back four in consecutive games. Suggs into the box, headed away by Janjigian. Tussle, Argueta knocks down Pridham, no whistle. Here's Weehan. Weehan again out wide, trying to save it from going out of bounds. Goes to McFarland. Headed forward by Vercoloni. Morrell tried to clear, but he sent it right back to Vercoloni. Here comes another wave from Colorado Springs. Malcolm into the box, can't get headed away, and a strike goes off the crossbar. Kasher couldn't put it in.
That's what we talked about. That's a great strike just underneath the bar, just off there. But again, yet another service, another cross.
That's the kind of break Reno has really been looking for on the defensive end. It seems like every time they've made a mistake, and there was a clear mistake there by Morrell, that other teams have made them pay for it.
That's how I felt like the season been going. Talking to Coach Russell, I mean, teams have just been making them. They're punishing them for their mistakes, which has been tough. And it's going to happen. So you got to limit those mistakes and not give up too many opportunities like that one.
Here comes Suggs again. Colby getting in front of him, and Colby knocks it away. Josh Suggs, second team USL selection last year. Played in all 30 matches. He logged almost 2,700 minutes last year, and he has played every minute here this season. And again, that continuity for Colorado Springs really apparent.
Absolutely. You can see how they build their team. They got the continuity in the back. That's why they're such a good defensive team, along with their coach and his philosophies, and you can see that they work hard on that end. But they also like to get forward. You can see their backs getting forward. I like to see Suggs and Burt getting forward. It's exciting to watch.
Do you feel like they're forward a little more than you were expecting coming here on the road?
No, he's going after it. Yeah, you thought maybe they would hold him back and be a little bit more reluctant, but no, they're getting forward. They're getting into it. They're getting services, and they're causing problems.
Not really sitting back quite as much as maybe Ian Russell was thinking that they were going to.
No, they're definitely getting forward. They've kind of done different versions, different games, putting them, sitting them a little more than, they sometimes. This game, they definitely are getting forward in the attack.
Argueta able to control it for Colorado Springs. Now Vercoloni. He'll blow a whistle and a chance for a set piece from the Switchbacks. 10 minutes left here in the opening half of play from downtown Reno. No score between the 1868 Football Club and the Switchbacks of Colorado Springs. Yet they are one of the 8 teams in the USL that is not affiliated with the Major League Soccer club. Into the box once more, headed away by LaGrassa. Not out of trouble, though. Burgos shoving down Eddie Prue, and a whistle blown there. And Junior Burgos is not happy about it. And that is going to be a dangerous spot for Reno, not in the box, but this is going to be a really good chance for the Switchbacks.
I don't know. I mean, you see him nick him a little bit. I think it's a professional, smart play by Prue. I mean, I think you go down. He got the call. Smart work.
I mean, it looked like Prue was going to go down anyways. He almost kind of tripped himself up, but he sold it. And it was unfortunate for Junior Burgos that he was just in the vicinity.
Yes, I think he's close. Looks like there possibly could be some contact, and he went down. Again, smart play. I mean, it's the way it is in soccer. You got to, you get touched, you get fouled, you go down. I mean, a lot of guys try to stay up, and you don't get any of those calls and get these dangerous opportunities.
Oh, it's Masta Kasher, who's got 2 goals on the season. To his right, Eddie Prue. Also standing by the ball is Josh Suggs.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity. Bersano's going to have to come up big here.
Kasher really dangerous from this spot in the field. Saw him score a goal against Salt Lake last week from this spot on the opposite side. Right in front of the Battleborn Brigade. They're on their feet waving their flags, crossing their fingers, hoping that this will stay a 0-0 contest. There they are, faces painted, waving their scarves. Shot blocked away by Bersano. Not out of trouble yet, and now it is. And the Battleborn Brigade is going wild. Nice job by Matt Bersano.
That's a great save, and he 100% was offsides on the second ball.
And now you can really hear the crowd coming alive at Greater Nevada Field.
There you go.
A huge sigh of relief for Reno 1868.
Yeah, a little deflected ball. You got to like to see how it was deflected. Bersano still comes up big, makes the play. Again, couple good opportunities by Colorado. We hit the under of the bar, and that doesn't go in, and then Bersano makes a big save there. You don't want to give up too many of those chances.
Boy, the last couple minutes, Colorado Springs wasting some big opportunities. Kasher with the shot that went off the crossbar 5 minutes ago, and then just outside the box on the set piece. Put a really good strike on it, and Bersano able to take care of it.
Yeah, you don't know how these games are going to play out, but those are ones you look back on the game and you're kind of kicking yourself if you don't, get the 3 points.
Here's Antoine Hoppino. Trying to get it to Kelly and pushed away by Jordan Burt.
That's 100% a corner. Looks like another error on the referee's part here.
So things maybe not going Reno's way here in terms of officiating here in the last couple of minutes as we get down into the final 6 minutes of regulation here in the first half. And we are still looking for our first goal tonight.
Yeah, Coach Russell doesn't pleased with that one. I'm not sure how that could go out, not be Reno ball.
Poitier with his left foot. Headed by LaGrassa, back to Burgos. Flips it up. Pridham going to be waved off sides.
Looked just a quick jump. He's probably looked like a little bit of the body was past him on the offsides.
Poitier, the young keeper from Cameroon, just 21 years old. Kasher headed away out of trouble by Janjigian. Weehan gets it out. Here's Kelly. Out to Colby. Antoine Hoppino. Junior Burgos sends it to the other side. Here's Janjigian. Left foot into the box. Pridham in front of the goal. And it's knocked away by Poitier.
That's well done. Great patience, composure, changed the field there, and then served in on the backside. Mac Pridham, great run, great touch. Just got to finish that.
Well, and usually when Mac Pridham gets himself in front of the goal like that, he's going to finish.
He's a good finisher. You like to count on him on those opportunities. Had a great first touch. Just got to do better with that.
Junior Burgos shoved down to the grass, and Reno is going to get a set piece here with less than 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Poitier again, another good play by the keeper. He's there. He's making a play. We didn't see the replay, but I definitely think that, Mac's in on them.
Quick strike from Junior Burgos, and Poitier will take it down to the grass. That is his 4th save of the night. So he has been challenged certainly here in the first half. Both sides have.
Yeah, been back and forth with some good chances for both teams.
Shane Malcolm sends it back, then ricocheted out of bounds by Chris Weehan.
Yeah, Burgos tried to catch them sleeping on that last one. I think everybody was sleeping. No one was ready for that quick free kick.
Throw in from Jordan Burt. Shane Malcolm trying to chase it down. Sent away by Jimmy Ockford. And now a whistle blown, and Reno will have a chance to take possession. Jordan Morrell. Burgos controlling traffic now. Back to Jimmy Ockford. Hoppino. Out to Colby. Pridham able to save that one. Here's Antoine Hoppino. Reno's got some numbers forward. Hoppino. Off the foot of Pridham, back to Hoppino. Matt LaGrassa with his right foot, too much though, as Poitier watches that one sail past the goal.
That's good ball movement. You got Colorado setting up in 4 backs, one player sitting and shielding in front of those 4 backs, a line of 4, and then a center forward. And Reno's able to find some pockets there, now breaking some lines, getting the ball in there in good spaces, combining well with the forwards, playing off their strikers. It's much better there.
Poitier telling his guys to relax. We get into the final couple minutes of regulation. Shane Malcolm. Out to Kasher. Josh Suggs up again. Hoppino can't clear it. Looking for King, headed away by Ockford. Dane Kelly. Ooh, close for Burgos. Reno once again going to send some numbers forward.
It's great patience there. Well done.
Now on the other side of the field, Janjigian. Here's Dane Kelly. Kelly, right strike.
Oh, handball.
And here we go. Big opportunity coming up now for Reno. A handball called on Sion McFarland.
Just getting ready to say, it looks like there might be a goal in the end of this half. Hopefully there's a good opportunity. Burgos stepping up to the spot.
He's so good in these spots too.
Keeper's been good though. This will be a good test, good battle. Good first half for him. Here he is now putting on the spotlight here. See what could happen.
Junior Burgos, the 26-year-old from El Salvador, against Moise Poiti from Cameroon. Goal! Junior Burgos puts it in. And Reno has a 1-0 lead.
Great finish, good calm. Here we go. Burgos on the spot. Keeper's left. Nice little finish. Cool calm. Saw the keeper dive right. Heads up. You see here, heads up. Boom.
What a big swing of momentum for Reno as we head towards halftime. That goal presented by Audi Reno Tahoe. And that really fired up this Greater Nevada field crowd as we now head into 2 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half.
The fourth official has indicated that a minimum of 2 minutes has been added to the first half. The official time will be kept on the field.
This will be an opportunity for Reno to take the lead and a half for the first time all season long.
Yeah, I think these next 2 minutes are very, very important to get through. Put them under some pressure. Don't just sit back. Get to the halftime with the lead.
Here's Kasher, who's had some big opportunities in front of the net here in the first half. Out to Suggs. Pompano will knock it out of play. Probably 90 seconds to go here of stoppage time. Suggs, the throw in, looking for King, headed into the middle. Not out of trouble yet. Vercoloni sends it out. Bersano, oh, and it goes off the crossbar. Off the corner of the goal. Centered again. And this time headed out of trouble. Boy, another break for Reno. They have really caught some here in this first half.
It's definitely, Bersano's best friend right now. Seems like it's the post. So you got to be that in the crossbar. I mean, definitely dangerous opportunities. That header's got to go wide. You head it back into the middle, and that's what can happen.
Dane Kelly. Oh, and he gets called offside. Kelly wanted to have a chance there in front of the goal, and he's not happy about it.
Yeah, Reno's just got to see out this final minute, under a minute probably here.
Josh Phillips wide for McFarland. Now Prue. And Vercoloni is absolutely beside himself on the grass. In a lot of pain after he took a kick to the shin from Jordan Morrell. Vercoloni, the 35-year-old from Massachusetts. He's been in the United Soccer League since 2006. Here's another look at it. Not sure if it was a kick or that might have been his knee there. He's grabbing his left shin, but it really looked like he twisted that left knee. And Vercoloni is going to have to hobble off the field. He had missed some time recently, just got back into the starting lineup in the last contest against Real Salt Lake. And he is certainly a big part of this Colorado Springs midfield, brings a ton of veteran presence to this club.
Yeah, you never like to see a guy go down, especially when they're grabbing their knee. That's never a good sign. Hopefully he's okay. It looked like just weird contact there, and obviously Morrell thought he hit him a little bit, but it didn't seem like the ref was going to give a foul, and then, give a card, and then he went back on, I think, based on how the player reacted.
Into the box again. Shane Malcolm going to go race it down. being guarded by Ockford and Burgos. Ockford gets it away, Burgos clears it, and that is the end of the first half here in downtown Reno. 1868 with a late goal off the foot of Junior Burgos. And for the first time all season, they will take the lead into the locker room, trying to get their first three-point result of the season. And a lot of smiles from the Battle-Born Brigade. We'll step aside. More United Soccer League action coming up here on My 21 TV. All right, I'm Reno 1868 broadcaster Alex Margulies, joined by head coach Ian Russell. A chance to catch up after your first 4 matches. I know the results aren't where you want them to be, but what are your thoughts here after the first month of the season?
Yeah, it's not a great start for us, but there's been some positive things, some positive players that have done well. Matt Lacrosse is a bright spot for us. He's come in and played multiple different positions and done a great job, but I think every weekend, every game, we've improved on some facets, and there's still areas that we need to improve on.
I know we were talking about defensively in particular. When you look at the results, you might not think that there's much progress defensively. You guys lost 4-0 and lost 5-3. When we were talking, you feel like, despite making some little mistakes, that overall the defense is getting better.
Right. I think in the first 2 games, we were getting transitioned out a lot. We fixed that, kind of went with more defensive shape, and like I said, it sounds a little crazy giving up that many goals in 2 games, but shape-wise it was better. We just did, against Salt Lake, we played 3 balls out of the back that got intercepted for goals. And against San Antonio, there was 3 missed tackles that led to goals. So it's correctable things, and I think we're on the right track there.
You guys have had some difficulty with injuries, especially in your back 4. How frustrating is that here in this early season to have to constantly be reshuffling things back there?
It's been tough. I mean, all preseason we're working with the back 4. It's going to start our first game, and we lost Brent Richards in preseason. We've lost Brenton Griffiths, Jimmy Oxford, Jordan Morrell. Those are our 4 starting fullbacks and defenders. So it's tough. Not to say the guys that have come in haven't done well. They have, but it's when you're working with a group, you want some continuity, and we lost a little bit of that.
I know in this match here against Colorado Springs, you want to be really aggressive and trying to put some goals on the board. When you look at your top, you look at Mac Pridham, and you look at Dane Kelly, you look at Brian Brown. I know you're excited about those 3 guys as being very capable goal scorers.
Absolutely. All of them have scored goals at this level. Dane's obviously scored a lot, and so has Junior. But also within our attack, we're starting Antoine Hopping out, who's lot of MLS experience, and then a new starter will be Chris Wehan, who's scored a lot of goals in college. He's a rookie this year, and I think he can contribute.
As you now continue here through the season, where do you want your team to continue to progress and get better as the season goes on?
I think for us, it's just eliminating silly mistakes. I think that's cost us. We've got a good group. We have good, solid defenders to get healthy, and I think just eliminating the mistakes is gonna do well for us.
How fun has this been, having soccer here in Reno?
Yeah, it's great. The sport's been amazing. You go around town, you see the billboards, you listen on the radio, they're talking about it. People are noticing you on the street, so it's pretty cool.
All right, Ian Russell, really appreciate your time.
Thanks, Alex.
See you out there on the pitch. I'm Alex Margulies.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars. Innovative technology and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
Was the lucky number this week, as 44 goals found the back of the net, with 4 players scoring at least 2 goals in the 4th week of the USL season. Let's take a quick look back at each one.
Flip throw again and fires into the box. Ball comes down, setting up a bicycle kick, and it's in!
Ball in for Valesky, the touch, and there's the finish. The shot is in!
Fleming's cutting it back. Left-footed score! Silva on his left, playing it across. Dequa's header. William, top of the box, great turn. Bezecourt with the right. 87th minute, they take it early. Wide open, Abidor.
Santos, Sutton off his line, shot from distance, and it's in! Head toward the goal, and in!
Oh.
Quick throw in though, and he's found Williams. Whoa, there's 3, it's a hat-trick. Pushing forward from his defensive position. Swings it in. GB got a head on it. And FC Cincinnati. There, Harrison Delbridge is a big target. Up to GB. He shoots, and he scores! To Mitch. Here's a great opportunity. Corbin Bone into the box, across to GB, and a hat-trick. Now it's Kenny Walker. GB's calling for it. On to Walker, and GB has his 4th for the night. Banjo on the run, has the angle, bang. Side net. Davis, left-footed strike, he puts it in. The initial shot is saved, and then the follow-up.
Bends it in, right side to goal!
Glory, the shot, the save, the putback is in the net.
For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
Oh, what a beautiful night here in downtown Reno. Welcome back inside Greater Nevada Field alongside Casey Tate, Alex Margulies, and Casey, for the first time all season, Reno with a 1-0 lead at halftime, and really a well-played half by Reno. Yeah, they definitely caught some breaks, and we'll see that in the highlights in a second, but playing very well here in this first half.
Yeah, you got to like to go in with the halftime finally with the lead. That just gives you some confidence going into the second half. Obviously, you got to keep your foot on the pedal and still go after this game. But, I mean, again, back and forth, good chances for both teams. Colorado has some great chances as well. Obviously, those posts, crossbar. It's a good game. I mean, it's back and forth. I think it's going to be an exciting second half as well.
All right, let's take a look at the first half highlights early on. Reno getting a chance for Dane Kelly, the all-time leading scorer in the USL, and just too strong of the crossbar. But in the goal, Moise Poati did a pretty outstanding job overall to make it only one goal scored. Antoine Hopino had a chance in front of the net there, but Poati able to knock it away. And then you look at Colorado Springs. There's the first one from Cashier. And then on the free kick, can't get that one to go either. Some breaks for Reno. Poati again doing a nice job in front of the net. And then here's what led to Reno's first goal. Dane Kelly takes a shot from the box, and it was Sion McFarland, the substitute, who got his hand on the ball, and then Junior Burgos buried it in the back of the net. Second chance there. And Reno with the 1-0 lead here at halftime. And we had talked about this Colorado Springs back four. Suggs, Phillips, and Burt, they have played all of the games this season. However, McFarland has not played as much. And again, it was his hand that led to that free kick for Reno. So, big difference maker.
That's a tough break. I mean, you get in the game, you get your opportunity finally, and you're out there and you get a handball. I mean, you got to keep the hand down. That's a tough one. But again, handball, definitely, and then Burgos put it away. But yeah, I mean, they did good. The back's been pretty solid. There's been a few shakeups there for Colorado, but again, you know, you make one mistake and Reno made them pay. It's kind of what we talked about for them. They've been getting punished on their mistakes, and there they got one finally.
Take a look at Colorado Springs as they get warmed up here before the start of the second half. If you're Steve Tritschu, what's your message here going into the second half? Certainly, they played good soccer. They gave themselves a lot of chances in front of the net. They just couldn't finish.
I think they're going at the same thing. Let's try to overload the sides, get the crosses in, keep the backs going forward. I think you're going to see them push even more in the second half if the score remains 1-0. But I think they've done a lot of good things, and they just got to put one in the back of the net. I mean, obviously they're within inches of getting that goal. Keep creating those chances. Keep playing off the forwards. King stand high. King getting himself in the box. I think those are dangerous looks. And again, they're going to throw numbers forward. They're comfortable leaving the Reno 2 forwards versus they're holding mid and the 2 center backs and letting their backs just bomb forward, which is good and dangerous for them.
Here comes Reno 1868 back out onto the field. For Ian Russell's club, they have a 1-0 advantage here going into the second half. Does that change their strategy here in the second 45 minutes?
I think you got to keep battling. You got to keep going after. I think if you sit back too defensive, the way Colorado's getting numbers forward and serving the box, that's not going to be a good situation. So you want to keep pressing them, keep the ball down on their end, and when you win the ball, keep it so they don't have the ball in their feet.
Reno looking for their first victory of the season. They come in with a draw and 3 losses, 2 of which have come away from Greater Nevada Field, Colorado Springs. They entered play 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. And certainly Reno really, really wants to come away with 3 points tonight.
Just confidence-wise, if you can get that 3 points, you're going to build off of it. Training's been good, though. I mean, within the lumps, you just see what your team's made of. It was a good training week, and they're getting after it. But you'd love to just get that 3 points to give you a little bit more confidence. And they have a little week break before they go ready for the next week. It's nice to go in with a win. A lot of time to think about it. You want to get a win and be able to relax a little bit on that and be confident.
If we're going to see a substitution in the second half for Reno, would the most likely substitution be Brian Brown at some point?
I think you're going to probably see Brian Brown. He's a good hold-up forward, so if you're playing out and you're kind of defending a little bit, you're going to want to have somebody who can hold the ball up. Brian Brown's the guy, so look for that.
We'll see how Ian Russell wants to play it here in the second 45 as Aaron King will get things started for the Switchbacks. Switching sides of the field, the Switchbacks in white, Reno 1868 in their home blues. Janjigian into the center of the field for Matt LaGrassa. Here's Antoine Hopino. Mac Brittam. Getting it wide for Dane Kelly as he watches that one roll out of bounds.
Still good ball movement. Little up back through there. They're moving the ball well, finding those guys in the middle of the field.
Substitution in the 46th minute for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Leaving the game, number 4, Luke Bercoloni. Entering the game, number 7, Jun Young Park.
Jun Young Park will come in for Colorado Springs here in the second half. Park, 24 years old, from South Korea. Vercoloni, we saw him go down at the very end of the first half and what appeared to be an injury to his left knee. Not sure exactly what happened, but he was in a lot of pain, and he was very, very frustrated as he limped off the fields.
Yeah, we wish him the best. Like I said, you never want to see that. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, and he's able to get back on the field.
Soccer fans, Nike, an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Shane Malcolm tussling with Kip Colvey as it goes out of bounds.
That's well defended there. They had good compactness in the middle when Colorado's trying to combine. And then right there on the overlap, great job by Kip Colvey just dropping with the overlapper.
Matt LaGrassa, we mentioned him during the pregame, a guy that can play a lot of different positions. And tonight, inserted by Ian Russell into the defensive kind of minded midfielder spot for his club.
Yeah, he's the engine. He's going to win a lot of 50-50 balls, those second balls. You put him in there, and he's going to get up and back. If you need someone to track down somebody from 50 yards, he's going to make the run.
We say Poiti with a strong boot. Headed back by Jimmy Ockford. Hopino fighting with Park, who just got into the game here in the second 45. Burgo is able to get away from Kacher. Josh Phillips will throw it in, 25-year-old from Seattle. Like the majority of the rest of the backs, has played all of the minutes this year for the Switchbacks.
That's a nice, cool, calm piece from your goalkeeper there, lifting it up over. Dane Kelly got good pressure there. He was very calm, nice touch.
And not easy when Dane Kelly's bearing down on you.
No.
All-time leading scorer in the USL. Trying to spring Aaron King, give him a chance in the box, but Bersano comes up and takes it away. And Kelly's done that to Poiti a bunch of times in this game where he's charged at him and made sure that he takes care of the ball. Otherwise, he's going to make him pay for it.
Yeah, it's very close. I mean, those are those times that one, you just want to break through, and if Dane Kelly can break through and get one on the end of his foot or steal one, he's going to be in a good spot to score a goal.
Certainly knows what to do with it. 50 goals all time in the United Soccer League. Had 2 against Salt Lake a couple weeks ago. And coming into the action tonight, he had taken 13 shots on goal for Reno, the most of any player on the club.
Yeah, it was good to get a couple goals on the road trip, give him some confidence. Not that he needs much with all those goals he scored, but definitely nice to get a couple.
Janjigian with the throw-in. Kicked forward by Burgos. Now Hopino. Back to LaGrassa. Here's Kip Colvey. Working against Park.
Just got to be a little more patient there. Play it back, maybe spin out, find Bersano on that so he can keep the ball a little bit longer. There wasn't really good anything down that flank. There's LaGrassa again getting on the end of something. A little heavy there, but that's what LaGrassa does. I mean, he's just going to pick ball, reads the goalkeeper, reads the game, and goes and attacks, grabs that ball from him.
Josh Suggs with the throw in. Burgos putting some pressure on him, but Argueta able to hold on to it. Sends it forward for Park. Taken away by Colby. Here's LaGrassa. Left foot ahead for Mac Pridham. Hoppino thrown down by Park. And a whistle blown as Reno will keep possession.
That's Park right in there getting a foul right off the bat here.
Park running in, throwing his right shoulder on Hoppino.
Another quick free kick from Reno 1868. They almost got on the end of there. You didn't get to see that, but very close.
Watsi with a long boot. Ockford heads it back to midfield. Now Jordan Burt comes up, stolen away by Dane Kelly. Pridham and Hoppino trying to combine here. And Hoppino taken down hard there, and that is going to draw a card. The card goes to Sion McFarland, who, again, it was his hand that got in the way of a Dane Kelly shot at the end of regulation and resulted in the free kick for Junior Burgos and Reno's only goal. And now a yellow card that is now 13 on the season for the Switchbacks.
Yeah, that's definitely a persistent infringement. And you continually foul the same player, you're in trouble there. And then, again, there's 2 fouls on Hop back-to-back within a short period of time. The referee doesn't forget those things. It's very dangerous. Junior Burgos, this is like where he wants the ball right here. Another good opportunity. A penalty kick, and this opportunity is a great chance here for Reno.
Burgos. Strong foot and just over the top of the crossbar. Good attempt there, just a little bit too high over the head of Pointy.
Yeah, he went with the spin kick. He's just spinning on the outside of the ball. Sometimes he'll drive the knuckler. Chose that one. It was just a bit high. Looked like he didn't get the down dip that he would want on that. You got to like Dane Kelly's work up top right now. He's really defending.
LaGrassa wins another ball for Reno. Gets it away from Prue. Colby on the outside. Into the middle, looking for Pridham. And couldn't quite time it there, but a nice effort there by Kip Colby.
Yeah, it was a little Colorado medicine there with the outside back getting forward, overlapping. Kip Colby, that's good stuff.
Turn on the Jets there a little bit.
Yeah, he got going. Yet again, LaGrassa and those guys getting on the end of some balls.
And it all started with LaGrassa getting in there and taking a ball away and then setting up his team.
That's what he does. I mean, he's going to pick balls, win balls, and create chances. And again, when he gets higher up the field, it's like those, he's winning the high up the field. Now you're in a great chance on a transition to attack.
Colby back on the ball, sends it back for Ockford. Forward now, and Hoppino thought he saved it from going out of bounds, but not the case. Throw in from Prue. Ockford pops it up. Pridham. Now Dane Kelly. Kelly trying to push it forward. Now Jan Jigian comes up for some help. Chris Weehan for Kelly. And the Switchbacks able to get it out of trouble.
Couple good opportunities there. Here's LaGrassa again, fronting the number 9, the forward, the center forward, and winning a ball. Great stuff. Oh.
Did everything right and then just couldn't quite keep it in bounds.
It's a good, you're looking at Dane Kelly here. He's working on really hard on the defensive end, and it's creating him a lot of offensive opportunities, which is, you get yourself in the game, you're very involved defensively, and then it just seems to propel your offense. It's great to see him out there working hard. Getting that last one, maybe touch it with your right foot, put on your left, and quick hit. Very tight in that space, though.
Burgos trying to find something for Kelly, and then knocked away again by the Switchbacks.
It's a good start to the second half, though. You got to like what Reno 1868 is doing. They're putting them under pressure. They definitely didn't lay back. They're going after it.
Here tonight in downtown Reno, Greater Nevada Credit Union, the official sponsor of Greater Nevada Fields. Aaron King. Don't want to leave him with that much space in front of the goalkeeper there. Nice job by Reno to clear that one out. Kind of snuck in there, didn't he?
Yeah, it's tough to see a little bit there, but he definitely got in. You don't want to give up too many opportunities like that.
Park is tripped up. They won't blow the whistle. Burt trying to send it wide. Or this is Burt, excuse me. Reno will send Thomas Janjigian for the throw-in. Played his college soccer at UC Irvine. He was the last player to sign with Reno 1868 just a few days before the season opener against Orange County. Needing some depth in the back four, and he has done a nice job picking up things very quickly. Malcolm trying to work against Morrell, and Morrell will just send it out of trouble, and that will give Colorado Springs a corner kick.
Yeah, Colorado's got some big guys. You can see Burt and some of these guys coming forward. Phillips, I mean, there's some big targets there. They're good on set pieces. They'll do a little crowd the goalkeeper action here. Get everybody in tight, see what can happen, mix it up a little bit, set some picks. It's an in-swinging kick, meaning it's a left footer going to swing it inside to the goalkeeper. Very dangerous. Bersano's going to have to be big and strong in this.
Suggs into the middle. And knocked away out of trouble.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Everybody's right lined up in there. It's picks. It's all kinds of stuff. Another, fighting inside. Watch right here.
It looks like Bersano just got his arm on it. That almost made it in. It looked like he was able to reach his arm out and knock that one out of trouble. Once again, a little further this time and deflected into the goal. And it was Jordan Burt who was able to get the deflection off the header. Reno has been able to dodge a couple bullets here tonight, but not that time, as Colorado Springs gets the equalizer. Yeah, it was headed forward. It was Josh Phillips who got his head in there, and then Jordan Burt who redirected it with his right foot.
You got to like what Malcolm's doing in there, whether it's a foul or not. He's on Bersano. He's causing Bersano problems, messing with him in there, and who knows if he touched him. You couldn't really tell, but he caused problems for Bersano, not allowing him to get to the ball and see the ball well.
So Reno's advantage slips away, and we are now knotted up at 1 goal apiece here in the second half.
Tough one to see. I mean, Reno's been playing very well. They're getting the chances. The ball's been down there, and they give one up on a couple corners. Looked shaky on both. I mean, the first one was a little bit suspect, and then the second one, they punished them.
Fans, make sure to tune into the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC. Channel 85 on Mondays at 9 o'clock Eastern for the latest news and information from around the league. And don't forget, Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Kelly trying to get up on it. Dane Kelly, and he's tripped up in the box. Was he offside first?
Looked like fans are appealing for a penalty, but looks like he gets ball here.
Contact. McFarland gets his foot in there, and he completely rappels around Dane Kelly.
Yeah, it's always a tough call on that one. It hits a little ball, gets a lot of body.
Here's Junior Burgos from the corner. LaGrassa gets his head on it. He headed again. Goal! Jordan Morrell. And Reno, just like that, 2 minutes later, they're back in front 2-1.
Look at Matt LaGrassa. Just a great ball across by LaGrassa on the header. Keep it in play. Morrell, well done, buddy. Excited for him to get a goal. Canadian guy getting back into the action.
I mean, that's just a great job all around. A good boot from Junior Burgos. You mentioned LaGranza, who is just such kind of an unsung hero, kind of a guy on this team that, you know, he doesn't get the notoriety, but he just gets the job done. And then without him heading that back in and keeping it in, you don't get a chance for Jordan Morrell, who did a great job as well to finish that.
Yeah, a lot of guys quit on that ball. Not LaGranza. You can count on him to go just like this. Straight through a ball, straight through a tackle. Great stuff. His engine keep going.
Our goal is presented by Audi Reno Tahoe. That one in the 59th minute. After the goal in the 58th from Jordan Burt. And now it's Eddie Prue with his face on the grass.
That's what LaGranza does for you like there. The guy got hurt, maybe took it in the head there, a little bit dangerous, but LaGranza doesn't slow down. He's going to run through that ball. There's absolutely no foul there. He's going to the ball, going hard. The guy ducks his head down. He gets a little bit thing. Nowadays with the head thing, you wonder if he's going to have to come off at least to get looked at here.
Now LaGranza last year had 2 assists playing with Tulsa, and he gets his first assist here this season with Reno 1868. Here's another look. LaGranza comes soaring in, and it looked like he caught maybe his knee. His knee caught Prue pretty close to the face. That was a tough, hard contact play.
He touches the ball there. It's one of those ones. He's going hard for the ball. You got to like that aggressiveness. Obviously, you don't want to see anybody get hurt, though, for sure.
So Reno with 2 goals here tonight. That's the most goals they've had in a contest at Greater Nevada Field this season. They were shut out 2-0 against Orange County in their first game and then split a 1-1 draw with Vancouver a couple of weeks ago. Lost a couple contests out on the road, 5-3 over in Salt Lake, and then they lost 4-0 most recently last weekend, playing in San Antonio. But a chance, again, playing with the lead. Second opportunity now tonight to try and get themselves 3 points.
Absolutely. You got to limit the set pieces. Don't give up too many corners. Don't give up the free kicks. Be smart. Keep creating chances, and you got to try to get the 3rd goal. You want to give yourself a little bit of cushion.
Chris Wehand running up, throws it in for Junior Burgos. Sends it back for Janjigian. At this point in the match, with a 2-1 lead, does Reno put numbers back a little bit more? Do they? Is that part of their philosophy? I know Colorado Springs. You talk about it coming in, maybe a team that sits back a little bit more. Does Reno make some changes and kind of sit back a little bit more, or do they want to keep pushing it forward?
Personally, I think they're going to push it forward, keep getting there. I think you'll see in the later moments maybe someone comes in that's going to sit back there and help hold down the fort. But I definitely think they're going to want to keep attacking, keep getting the ball down there, because you don't want to sit and defend against this Colorado attack. They'll get the backs forward, they get numbers in the box, and if you're just sitting in, they're going to keep serving, and you don't want to face that. But look for Colorado to push more numbers forward, hit some of those long balls, try to knock something down and create some stuff. It'll be interesting to see. I think they'll be a little more gung-ho to throw the outside backs forward. They've been doing it. They'll keep doing it. Try to get some services. Here's our sub here. Kasipli coming on.
Our substitutions presented by the Les Schwab Tire Center. Kasipli has substituted quite a bit this season, and he will take over for Mac Pridham. And this is kind of a move to go in a more defensive look, isn't it? You take out one of your forwards, Kasipli, more of a midfielder. So is that kind of conceding a little bit of the offensive attack?
No, I mean, what they're going to do is Burgos will go up top. So Burgos will be more of a holding player up there. Leave him in the game to kind of play make. Dane Kelly will be the lone real striker. But Kasipli can play make from the back. So they'll allow him to get the ball. He's going to keep the ball a little bit more for us and do that well. So Kasipli's a playmaker. So he'll do well.
Hoppano trying to find Dane Kelly.
Kasipli's just a good soccer player. He's a smart brain, guy you want on the pitch. Has been playing very well. He's going to defend, going to read the game. Here he is on the feet. Good, calm play.
Burgos shoved down from behind by Josh Suggs. Quickly gets up. Boots it towards Kelly.
Good
Chance here. Knocked away. Chris Weehan had a shot at it.
You can see Kasipli's dropping by LaGrassa, picking up the ball and kind of starting the play from there. So when the build up, he's dropping deep.
Janjigian to Chris Weehan. Sent back to Morrell, now LaGrassa. For Kasipli. Weehan, Burgos. Junior
Great.
Burgos, right-footed strike, and just barely saved by Puanti. A nice effort there from just outside the box.
Yeah, it's a knuckler. That's what we were talking about earlier. He chose to hit the knuckler there. Great ball. Just got to be up there following up. That's a great look, though.
Colorado Springs looking for a quick counter here. Burt gets a shot on goal. Bersano there to scoop it up.
Dane Kelly asking for another foul. Another little look there. They'll take their time on this, keep letting the clock tick away here.
And another substitution coming for Colorado Springs as they'll bring in Taesong Kim, another player from South Korea. We already saw Park enter earlier in the half, and Kim comes in to replace Eddie Prue.
He's another midfielder, go up and back, box to box, kind of getting forward. Look to try to get in the attack.
Ronnie Argueta sending it forward towards Kim. Poked away by LaGrassa, then Ockford. Now LaGrassa uses his head to push it forward, now off of Kasipli. Burgos sends it back to Kip Colby. Good movement here by Reno. Over to Thomas Janjigian. Kelly almost had a chance to steal that one away. Went right past McFarland. Now far side for Phillips. Soccer fans, Nike, an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Matt Bersano, like the rest of this Reno 1868 team, looking for their first win in franchise history. Kelly has it taken away by Phillips.
You can see there, though, Kasipli dropping back. Kasipli's helping build the player, keeping the ball. That way they don't have the ball, trying to hold on to this win here.
A little more technical with him in.
Very technical. He's a technical, great player on the ball. You can just see the composure. Every time he touches the ball, he's checking his shoulder. He knows what he wants to do with it. But very calm.
Sending it forward for Park. He's in the box. Park knocked away by Morrell and out of trouble by Colby. And now here's Kasipli. For those who are not really familiar with the game of soccer, when someone says technical, well, let's let this finish first. Argueta into the box, tripped up. Morrell, they're going to blow a whistle there. No, they won't. Bersano comes up and save it. But when someone says someone's technical or there's technical play, what does that mean?
Basically the technique. So that you're passing, you're dribbling, you're comfort on the ball. It's just someone that's very good on the ball. I mean, they can pass, chip, dribble. Their awareness is good because they're confident. They're juggling a ball. They're going to be able to juggle a lot, keep that ball. Just technical ability. That's just kind of a general term. He's good at technically passing the ball, different types of passing, short, long. But you can see his awareness is great. He's at another level with his awareness, checking his shoulder, which means looking behind him, knowing where the defenders are. He takes mental pictures and knows where he wants to do with the ball before he gets it.
Here's King getting in the mix again, and Morrell not happy that he was able to get such a good look there.
Morrell's not happy with the forwards holding the ball up, and here comes the answer right here. Brian Brown going to come in. He'll hold the ball up for him. Probably one of their best players at holding the ball. but that's what he's looking for. This is great by Dane Kelly right here. This is what he's talking about. Morrell wants them to hold the ball so that they're not getting ran down again and again and again.
Yeah, you could see Kelly using his back to the goal, able to square up, keep the ball in front of him, and trying to keep possession as Reno will, in fact, insert Brian Brown, the 24-year-old from Jamaica. And our substitutions tonight brought to you by the Les Schwab Tire Center. It'll be Dane Kelly coming out and Brian Brown coming in.
Just a straight swap. You're going with a player that's going to be able to hold the ball up a little bit. Brian Brown with his strength, his solid left foot, is going to create some problems for Colorado.
So Brown and Kisipli, some changes for Ian Russell here in the second 45.
Looks like King's out here as well.
So King will go out for Colorado Springs. And looking to see who they're going to make the change with. Kevon Frater is going to be the one to come in for Aaron King. Has played 139 minutes this year for Colorado Springs. Another Jamaican, 22-year-old from Kingston. Watch out for him. He's an aggressive player. He's got 2 yellow cards in 139 minutes. Just kind of speaks to this Switchbacks team. 13 as a team, but that's quite a few yellows for that amount of minutes.
Yeah, he's going to get after it. Obviously work hard, challenge balls, be aggressive.
So Frater in, King out, Kelly out, Brown in for Reno. Here's Morrell with his left foot booting it down the sideline. And Brown waved off sides. Reno trying to hold on for the next 25 or so minutes to get their first win in franchise history. They took a 1-0 advantage on a penalty kick from Junior Burgos at the very end of the first half. Colorado Springs had the answer in the 58th minute, a header from Jordan Burt. And then 1 minute later, a header from Jordan Morrell off of a corner kick from Junior Burgos that was deflected first by Matt LaGrassa. That's how we've gotten to our point, this 2-1 Reno advantage. Shane Malcolm working against Janjigian, gets in the box, and Kisipli able to backfoot it out. Burt wants another stab at it, crosses it, trying to get it in for Park. Park turns, and it's deflected away by LaGrassa. And now they're going to call Junior Burgos for a trip on Ronnie Argueta just outside the box.
Definitely doesn't think he touched him there. We'll have to see on a replay there. But you can see Frater's already given him a different look. He's a little bit more pacey, just kind of a different look than King, playing in that number 9, the center forward spot. You can see him right here. They're both arguing about who wants the free kick here. That's how I always was. Give me the ball. I want a chance to put this in the back of the net.
Masta Kasher took one in the first half and put it right off the top of the crossbar. He's really good from this spot in the fields. 2 goals on the season, the 21-year-old from Montreal. Chance to equalize this game here in the 74th minute. Kasher. Too far left, so Reno again able to escape in a dangerous spot. Fans, make sure to tune in to the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC, Channel 85 on Mondays at 9 Eastern for the latest news and information from around the league. That's 9 o'clock at night, 9 p.m. Also, don't forget, Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check uslsoccer.com for dates and times. Throw in from Jordan Burt. Here's LaGrassa with the header. Malcolm comes up and kicks it away. Phillips. Malcolm. Simply chasing him down. Getting it back to Malcolm. Now it's Kip Colby. Colby and Hoppino. Antoine Hoppino takes it away. Sends it up for Junior Burgos, and he'll drive it forward with his right foot. Stopped by Josh Phillips. Brian Brown comes up and takes it away.
It's good hustle by Brown. Great work.
He's a very capable goal scorer, too. 9 last year with Charlotte. Also, 2 goals to his credit in Major League service time with the MLS's Philly Union. Did that back in 2014.
He's got all the tools, got the talent. Just got to continue to work hard, continue to develop and get better.
Centered again by Burt and knocked away by Jordan Morrell.
That was one of those tweeners, does Bersano come? Does he come? They're kind of talking about it, saying, hey, he got it out of there. When in doubt, just get it out of there.
Josh Suggs will head back towards the corner. Second season with Colorado Springs. He's played for 7 years in the United Soccer League. Here it comes. Suggs centers, pushed away by Bersano. Not out of trouble yet. Kicked away by LaGrassa. Weehan.
That's better by Bersano. You like him in there punching that out. He's the only one who can extend the hands, get him up in the air, beat him to that header.
Got right in there with his right fist and got it out of trouble here in the 76th minute.
Yeah, if they're going to stack the 6 box like that, put all their players in there and make it chaotic, your goalkeeper has to come up big and get a couple balls punched out. Be interesting to see now here. We're getting down to crunch time. What are going to be some adjustments? Who's going to take a little more risk? Is Reno going to sit back a little bit? That's a pretty interesting call there. He definitely just stood his ground, got over the guy over the top of him. They call the foul on Burgos.
LaGrassa slides in and keeps that one out of trouble. Sends it over to Hoppino. Gets it over to Burgos. Now Colby. Trying to get it back to Burgos, and it's knocked away by Josh Phillips.
Little nutmeg action there by Burgos. Got to replay that on the video there. He's good for a couple per game.
Taken away by Kim. Back to Cashier. Now Argueta. Wide for Phillips.
You can see Phillips and those guys getting forward now, letting their center backs go a little higher.
Cashier with LaGrassa coming up, and LaGrassa defended that one well. Kicked away by Colby. Here's Kim again. Gets it up to Park. Back to Kim. Thomas Janjigian in the middle. Controls it, gets it to LaGrassa. Over to Weehan. Forward for Burgos and Brown. Brian Brown giving chase. Brown shoving McFarland and able to get that one for Reno. A couple Jamaicans going at it there. Sion McFarland and Brian Brown. Now they're going to call up Janjigian for the throw-in with about 15 minutes left to go here in regulation.
Yeah, it's that combination. Looks like they're going to make another sub here for Reno. Looks like Burgos is coming off.
So Junior Burgos, who was involved in that goal here in the second half, as well as the first goal He scored on the penalty kick in the 45th minute and then had the corner kick that led to Reno's goal here in the second half. And now the local, the Hug High grad from Reno, Annabelle Echeverria, will come on, and this will induce a big roar from the crowd. They call him A1.
Yeah, if this says everything about what they're doing here, they're putting Annabelle in. Annabelle's going to go forward, create chances. Another great offensive option. So you can see that they want him to hold the ball. He's going to work his tail off defensively. A very good look, very good player with a bright, bright future.
Here's A1, kicks it back for Jan Jigian, and then knocked away by Shane Malcolm.
You can already see Annabelle's getting on the end of the ball, holding it up well. Again, you want to hold the ball so the other team doesn't have the ball. That's part of the possession game with Kisipli and Annabelle coming in.
Jan Jigian gets it into Kisipli, into the middle of the field. Here's LaGrassa. LaGrassa going to take a strike at it and knocked away by Poiti.
Yep, got a touch.
Take another look at this here. LaGrassa saw an opportunity and just too high. Good strike, though.
Yeah, it looked like he was just making sure, got the touch on it just to make sure it was up and high. Look at the crowd getting crazy for this corner. Hopefully they can try to put one to get this game to 3-1, give them a little cushion.
Seth Kisipli from Rockland, California with the corner. Centers it and headed away by Colorado Springs.
Yeah, 1868 went a little safer there. They kept forward in the back, so they weren't going to get countered with the lead there.
A1 knocks it out and then thrown in by Malcolm. Frater has it taken away by LaGrassa. Up to Kisipli. Back to Jan Jigian. Brian Brown giving chase on it. Jordan Burt had the goal for Colorado Springs back in the 58th minute. Brown holding on to it. Good job there, holding possession. You can really see it. You've been talking about it. The substitutions Reno have been made are guys that really have the skill to hold on to the ball, and we have certainly seen that from the likes of Brown, Kisipli, and then now into the game with A1.
Looks like Brown's down there. Hopefully he's okay. Impressive little bike kick from the ground there by Burt.
Bersano sends it back into the other side. A1 heads it to Kisipli. Now Chris Wehan. Man down for Colorado Springs, and now they're going to call for time and call for the Colorado Springs trainer. And it looks like it's the captain, Ronnie Argueta, 26-year-old from Fountain Valley, California. Last season awarded the Young Player of the Season for Colorado Springs after logging over 2,500 minutes. He has played every minute this year as Morel gets stretched out by Ockford.
These little moments you got to dig deep. Legs get a little heavy. You got to keep working, keep battling. Looked like he caught a little elbow there from Annabelle. Just out there protecting himself. Looked like he ran right into it.
Argueta hanging out on the sideline, hasn't been taken out yet. Here's Brian Brown, saves it from going out of bounds. Brown gets into the box. Centered with his left foot, but cleared away by the Switchbacks.
You can see Reno's playing a little safe there. They have one runner in the box, a bunch of guys on top of the box to prevent the counter.
LaGrassa to A1. Hoppito with the collision. And then kicked out of bounds by Matt LaGrassa.
See Brian Brown, though, is doing a good job holding the ball up, keeping it for him. He's got to keep that up as this game ticks on. Sam's got to take this with his feet to lay, kill some clock.
Seth Kasipley. Ricochets off of Antoine Hoppedo.
You can see the shape here changing. Looks like they're going to a little bit of a 3-back for Colorado, getting more numbers forward, looking to go get that goal. Definitely going to take more risks.
Here comes A1. Right-footed strike, and he almost had it.
That would have been awesome. Get a little goal for the local hero. But again, yet dangerous. Getting on the end of the ball, holding it, going at him, helping keep the ball for us.
Echevarria made the team from the local tryouts the club had, and Ian Russell has made it a point that he did not make this team because he's a local. Of course, that's a nice thing to say. It's a great story, but he earned the spot on his team, and as you mentioned, he's a guy with a bright future.
Oh, yeah, he's a never-give-up attitude. Guy made it out of here, fought through the tryouts, fought through preseason, fought to make this team. He earned every bit of making this team, and every minute he's getting on the pitch here.
Yeah, he's not getting this playing time as some sort of favor. This is someone that has the skill, the desire, the talent, the effort that Reno needs right here to try to close this one out.
Absolutely. They're going to go in with him to help close this thing out. There's no, just give me some minutes.
Colby can't hang on to it, and here comes Colorado Springs the other way. Get it to Shane Malcolm. Frater, or rather that's McFarland coming up from the backfield. Now he's tripped up by Morrell, and this could be a dangerous spot here in the 87th minute as McFarland taken down, and another set piece opportunity for the Switchbacks. And you can tell there Morrell not going for the ball, just stuck his leg out, and the takedown will award this kick now. And we'll see if it will once again be Masta Kasher or if they're going to let Josh Suggs take it this time.
Suggs is the left footer. He's been hitting the corners. This is a ball you're going to look to hit left-footed, bend it into the near post. It's a two-man wall. It's got plenty of room to kind of get this off. It's a little bit of a weird angle, so we'll see what he chooses to do here. But they got all the big guys forward. I mean, you got Phillips, you got these guys in there. They're going to go challenge the ball, try to get another goal for Colorado.
Josh Suggs, the 21-year-old from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Here it comes. Headed away by Colby. Now Morrell. Kicked away by Hoppedo. Nice job by Reno to get that one out of trouble.
Oh, he's in.
And here comes the counter. And A1 almost had the chance there, and he's tripped up by Josh Suggs. Good defense there by Suggs to prevent the chance there by Echevarria. Now LaGrassa sending it across the field for Brian Brown.
There we go. Ooh, good play. Good recovery.
Here's Shane Malcolm again. Working against Kasipley.
Yeah, Malcolm's been all over the place in the second half.
Nice job, Kip Colby, to come up and take that one away from Park.
Yeah, you don't like to see that. You got to be on your toes. That's a quick free kick, quick ball in. Reno's got to be careful of that. You got to be ready for that kind of stuff.
Bersano with the right-footed boot over to Hoppedo. Wanted a whistle there, not going to get it. And Colorado Springs will have it here as we go into the final minute of regulation. Can Reno, 1868, hold on to get their first win in franchise history here in front of their home crowd?
Oh, man, another corner. You don't like to see this. In these last few minutes, you want to see this out, give up as few set pieces and corners as possible. Vamos Azules, as they say down there.
And the 1868 fans, the Battleborn Brigade, jumping up and down behind the opposite net. You can't see him, but you can hear him here inside Greater Nevada Field. They're going to be rocking here for the next 3 minutes of stoppage time as Reno tries to hang on to this 2-1 advantage.
There it is. Dangerous opportunity here.
Corner coming from Josh Suggs. Suggs gets it in there, and the equalizer in stoppage time.
It's Malcolm. Malcolm's been dangerous all half, finding spaces, working hard. His engine tonight has been great.
Shane Malcolm, the somersault, and Reno has their lead taken away on a header here just after the 90th minute. Unbelievable.
It actually looks like Kasipli and Bersano kind of get tangled up. I have to see that again, but again, you have crowd in there. They're making tons of people in the box. It caused problems. Now we got to see what happens here.
Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC goal.
But disappointing to give up 2 set-piece goals, for sure. Work hard all week, get organized. Could end up costing you 2 points.
Still a couple minutes of stoppage time. We'll see if Reno can work some magic here and still come away with a win. Hopido taken down. And we'll see if Reno can do something with this here.
It's got to be a booking. You know how many fouls he's had. It's a dangerous opportunity. Kasipli look like he's going to place it in there right now. This is where you got to get it back. You give up a set piece, you got to get one back. You need a good service here from Seth Kasipli. This is part of that technical stuff we were talking about. Good service here, good passing. It's a good driven ball, so let's see if we can bend one in there and they can get on the end of something here. Brian Brown, some of these guys are good in the air. Ox running around, Ock and Morel, both good targets as well as Jiggy.
Kasipli drives it in. A1 can't get it, and it's cleared away by Colorado Springs. Here they come on the counterattack. Frater keeps possession. Sends it up for Park.
About 45 seconds, maybe a minute if he added a little bit for that goal left in this one.
Jordan Burt. Back to Argueta, back to Burt. We'll send it wide for Park.
There's a counter. Let's see if they can get another chance.
Might be the last chance here for Reno. Final minute of stoppage time. Tied at 2. Following the late goal from Shane Malcolm. Kip Colby. Gets it up to Hopido. Here's Kasipli. Get it to Hopido. Centers it. Weehan, Hopido. Oh, and Poiti comes up and takes it away. Will Reno have chance for one more? We're over our stoppage time now,
like
and that's it. That is it here tonight in downtown Reno as these two teams fight for a draw. And Reno is going to walk away here tonight. Really, really sick about this one, I think. They led 1-0 going into halftime. They took a 2-1 lead and really in control of this match. They played so well, and it came down to a corner kick from Josh Suggs and the header from Shane Malcolm in the 90th minute to tie this at 2. And for a team that is still looking for their first win in franchise history, this one's going to sting.
It's going to sting. You almost saw you got to see out those final few minutes to give up 2 set-piece goals. I mean, again, in the whole game, you're giving up all kinds of set-piece, a penalty kick, all these kind of stuff. You can see how working on those in the training grounds are very important defensively and offensively, but you're going to be kicking yourself for sure. In the end, you had a chance at 3 points, come away with 1, but the next couple weeks sitting on this one it's going to sting a little bit.
So Reno 2, Colorado Springs 2. We'll step aside and show you the highlights from this one next. You're watching United Soccer League action on My21 TV.
Autographs and pictures with Reno 1868 FC players. Head to the bottom of sections 101 through 104 now. Fans, please direct your attention to the video board for tonight's tackle of the game presented by Reno Orthopedic Clinic.
Welcome back inside Greater Nevada Field. Alex Margulies and Casey Tate. Here in post-game, Reno and Colorado Springs fight for a draw here tonight. Battleborn Brigade not what they were hoping for here this evening. And certainly, as you mentioned, one I think that will linger for Reno here in the next couple weeks. They really had a chance to get their first win in franchise history. But a hard-fought match and a 2-2 final score. Casey, let's take a look at the highlights from this match tonight. We'll begin with the goal from Junior Burgos in the 45th minute after a handball. Burgos able to bury it past Moise Poiti.
Great finish there. Just cool, calm, puts it in the corner, sees where the goalkeeper's going, and then places the other corner.
Reno able to take a 1-0 advantage into halftime. And then after a goal by Reno, this was the equalizer by Colorado Springs on the header from Jordan Burtz in the 58th minute. This knotted it up at 1-1.
Yeah, a lot of contact on the keeper there. Good play by them.
But just a minute later, Reno able to respond. First the header from LaGrassa, and then Morel puts it in the 59th minute, and Reno once again had a 2-1 advantage.
You can see them complaining about the same thing. Little contact by Jiggy on this reroute right here, bumping him. It's good play, little incidental.
Oh, nice job by Reno as they scored the most goals in a match at home here this season. But late in the match, the corner kick from Josh Suggs and the header by Shane Malcolm. Matt Bersano couldn't quite get to it. In the 90th minute.
Man, that is just going to eat you. And again, another guy from inside that kind of finding some space. It's happened to them in the past. They're drifting away, and they're kind of acting like they're in the goal box around the keeper, and then they're finding space. Got to be better marked in there. Definitely going to be kicking themselves for that.
Malcolm, the 20-year-old from Jamaica, gets the goal, and once again, the 2-2 final here tonight. Copyright of this broadcast owned by USL Productions, LLC. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of USL Productions is prohibited. Well, it was a fun night for some soccer here tonight in Northern Nevada. Free giveaway. Check out those balls that were given away to 1,868 fans tonight. I had a chance to mess around with one of those earlier. That was a solid giveaway and a lot of fun here this evening, and certainly a lot more USL action to come here in this 2017 season. Reno next will head to the road, play on May the 6th against Phoenix. Their next home match coming up on May the 20th against Seattle Sounders 2, a 7 o'clock kick here at Greater Nevada Field. And as always, we will have every home broadcast of USL Soccer and the Reno 1868 Football Club right here on My 21 TV. Any parting shots, final thoughts here before we take off? Again, frustrating. A lot of things to build off of, though, for Reno. A lot of positives, and we'll see if we can get them to carry this forward, and maybe next week against Phoenix they can get that first win.
Yeah, you got to like it. The defending has still been much, much improved. Again, and creating a lot of chances. Just got to start tucking away a few more chances, and I think it's there. But you got to be excited about what you saw. Again, you take the draw over a loss any day of the week. But again, I think they'll be kicking themselves a little bit for dropping the last 2 points there.
All right, lots of thanks going out to our production crew here tonight here at Greater Nevada Field. For my broadcast partner, Casey Tate, I'm Alex Margulies saying so long from the biggest little city, Reno and Colorado Springs. A draw here tonight, 2-2, the final score. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.